What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another midweek video. This week we're doing something a little bit different.
A little bit different than what you guys have been seeing lately. We wanted to do a little kind of first impression. We just picked up this Zhiyun WEEBILL LAB. We just kind of want to talk to you guys about what we think about it.
Yeah, this is kind of just the first impression. Literally just took it out of the box, which the box, not too bad. Hang on.
The packaging, yeah, the packaging on this is great. It comes with a little foam case. It's got little locks on the side. Yeah, right there. It's definitely not gonna it's not like if you drop this from high up, this isn't gonna it's not gonna be super protective. It'll definitely easy. It's definitely it'll protect it from small little falls, but it's definitely not gonna keep it dry. Or I'm sure there's better. I don't know. There's better.
There's definitely going to be some better travel cases. You can go get a Pelican case and put some real foam in it.
But this actually comes with it,
But it comes with it, so it's a free little case. It's good for light duty traveling. I'd say if you're throwing it in your back seat or in your trunk, it's going to protect it enough. It would really take something jarring to damage the gimbal inside of that crate.
Yeah, definitely. So let's jump in. So we've literally just opened this up and we've been playing with it for, I don't know, we played with it for maybe like an hour. I don't know, 45 minutes.
Hardly. I mean, by the time we got it balanced for the first time and actually used the features
and
of
actually
the gimbal,
used it. Actually got this little piece on. We were having trouble getting the camera actually onto the gimbal.
Rookie in the gimbal world.
Definitely rookies in the gimbal world. This is our first gimbal. We're looking to get a lot of good use out of this. I like for me personally, I kind of like the form factor. Like I know, like I haven't held a ton of gimbal, but I just know that this is definitely on the smaller end as far as like form factor. This is a smaller gimbal, so it feels good in the hand. It's nice and small, but like you can fold this thing up really small and throw this in a backpack. Like I could totally see this gimbal being used for someone that likes to make travel videos, and it's like they're packing stuff, and their room is like a premium, so like you don't have a ton of room to fit a big gimbal with you. This is going to fit in your bag, and it's not gonna take up a lot of space. You could travel with this anywhere.
Yeah, and I think with a gimbal this size, you're probably using a lighter camera the majority of the time. So, a lighter camera paired with a small duty gimbal like this, you're gonna be able to travel a lot. You can take it pretty much anywhere you want and have full functionality of that gimbal.
Yeah, and I think if you do have a larger camera with some larger, like if you have a full frame camera and you're using large lenses, this is definitely not going to be the gimbal for you. This won't hold up as far as the weight capacity. You're going to want to look into something like the Crane 3 or the Ronin S. Those handle bigger payloads. That's definitely the way. But if you are a small form factor, you're shooting on a Micro Four Thirds like we do, this is like the perfect gimbal to get in there, shoot, and get out.
Yeah, and definitely the shoot and get out is key, because a lot of times you're crunched, you're using a gimbal because you want that ease of use. You want to get that nice B-roll or any other type of footage that, you usually have to set up a tripod and a fluid head and try to get some different shots with. But this kind of lets you get in and get out and grab a quick shot in somewhere that maybe you can't spend a lot of time or have room to set up a tripod or something, like in the back of a restaurant or something.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of cool features that you can use on this in order to get cool looking shots. I know we haven't dived into it too much, but there's one thing on here, like you could set it up on the tripod here like this, and there's an app that you can download, and you can actually program it to have your camera pan from a two. You set 2 points, and then you hit go, and your camera will pan. So you'll get nice smooth pan shots. Because I know some things that we've shot in the past, if you don't have a fluid head on a tripod, some of that panning motion you're going to get shakes in that, and it's not going to look as fluid as you would like it to be possibly. This thing, if you could either put this on a tripod, or if you can even find a counter to put this on and set it up, it's going to give you that smooth panning shot.
Yeah, there's I really just want to take this off because
it's a quarter-inch thread?
Quarter 20 is what they call it. So yeah, it's a 1/4 inch wide, and the 20 is for the thread count, or millimeters on the thread, however that works. Google it. I don't know. But yeah, you can move this handle around, which I thought was super neat. I know I'm almost out of frame here, but
What I like about that,
yeah, I think this is really cool because you can hold it two different ways, but also that opens up the quarter 20 on the bottom to mount it to, say, your tripod and replace the ball head on your tripod or the fluid head and use it as automated pans and tilts and
time
whatever
lapse.
really need,
You
or
do a
time
time
lapse.
lapse,
Yeah, so a panning time lapse or a tilting time lapse for that matter. Sun rising, following the sun. The possibilities doing that on a tripod is pretty much endless as far as motorized stable shots.
One thing that I really like about this, I see with a lot of gimbals, is I like what Zhiyun's doing. They're definitely one of the companies that are at the forefront of gimbal technology, and they're always pushing the envelope as far as different and new innovative things. And what I really, really like about this, and the Crane has this as well, the Crane 3, is the fact that when you attach this to the top piece right here, it's such a smooth transition to go from straight up and down to tilting it down and having a low follow mode where you're like carrying it at your side, and you're like that move is seamless. With a lot of like older gimbals, you don't have that extra handle here. It's literally just one piece. And a lot of times in order to get that down low, you would either have to go really quick and get it set, and then the motors would reset and you'd be good to go. And then in order to come back up, you'd have to go up again really quick in order to have the motor set in the upright position. With this, it's absolutely seamless.
Yeah, it's great. If you're doing a tracking shot following someone walking, maybe following a dog, I don't know, any type of situation where you're following something and need to go from up to down, you really just follow it, and it's a really natural motion.
Yeah, and it's super cinematic.
It's probably one of the biggest benefits I see, even in this smaller gimbal, that you can move that, and it's always attached. You're always going to have these legs on it with you. You're not going to you're just going to have them.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the little experience we have just shooting it today for, a half hour, it seemed like that was our preferred method right off the bat.
Yeah. I like, there's other things that could go on to this, and like you could build this out, and there's like I know Zhiyun gives, like, they have attachments where you can attach a monitor to this. There is a cable that comes with it that could hook up to your camera. There's a little, as you can see in the bottom here, there's a little record button. You can run a cable too. I don't know all off the top of my head what cameras it's compatible with. I'm pretty sure Panasonic and Sony for sure. I'm
Google
not
it.
sure about Canon Canon. I'm not sure if it's compatible with Canon, but I'm pretty sure it's Panasonic and Sony for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely set up for the smaller cameras, so that Micro Four Thirds system, or the smaller Sony cameras, even, the A series are pretty small cameras.
Like made for that. Yeah.
It's definitely oriented towards those smaller cameras. So I'd say that, not knowing which cameras are compatible with that cable running to it, it'd probably be a Sony and Panasonic, and I'm sure a lot of Canons are out there too that would be compatible.
Another thing that, like, I'm looking forward to, and like we literally just got this, and I'm already thinking about what's the next thing we can rig up to this thing. I think the next thing that would be really nice to have is to get a follow focus. So they have a dial here, and you can run and buy you could buy follow focuses where it'll go just on the side of your lens, and there's teeth that'll grab your focus ring. And so as you move in towards a subject or away from a subject, you can use this, and it's super, super fluid. Like, you could tell it's high quality. Like, it's very, very smooth. I can only imagine that using this would just look more cinematic as you push in on something you're able to pull focus like with ease. With ease. So that's definitely something that I think that would be like the next thing to put on this would be a follow focus that would just take it to the next level.
Yeah, I think you touched on something really good where you started mentioning the build quality. So I'd say initially I've had a lot of gear. So initially my first thought was that it seems pretty durable. It is plastic, like the back of this handle. Yeah. This is definitely plastic, but this is a nice rubber grip. It definitely feels like, the side of a camera. That's that same textured rubber material. The plates are nice, high quality aluminum for sure. Everything seems like it's going to stay and, you know, continue to work as it was intended. It doesn't feel or look like it's going to wear down really quickly.
I think it's metal where it needs to be, and it's plastic where it can be. Like there's like
definitely.
For here, like somewhere here, like it doesn't have to be metal. It could be plastic, but like here where the motors are and where your camera's hanging out, like that needs to be metal. It has to be, because it's this has to put up with the weight and everything. So they put the metal in the right spots. I don't think it feels cheap at all. This is
definitely not.
This is a great. Like I said,
I'd say
I
it's
love
a
this
good
gimbal.
buy. Yeah, I mean,
for sure, yeah.
Not knowing all the comparisons and using other ones, it's definitely plastic. You know, it's plastic by the battery container, makes sense. Plastic by the buttons, by electronics, that also makes sense. So, I mean, I feel like it's a very intuitive, you know, out of the box, ready to go gimbal.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go shoot with it tomorrow and
I'm really
very
excited
comfortable.
to do that.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited too, but we're going to be very comfortable to go use this on our first shoot. I have no foreseen issues with it.
Yeah, and I know there's like a lot out there that says like this isn't going to make you a better filmmaker, but it does help you get certain shots that you might not be able to get handheld.
Yeah, it'll definitely open the door to some shots that you couldn't get to before.
Like we just started shooting on a GH5S, and that doesn't have in-body stabilization, so this is actually kind of a necessity, because unless if the GH5S is not on a tripod, it's got to be on something like this, and this small form factor, it just works. That it's going to work for us.
Yeah, and we have been using like the Steadicam. Is that what you call
yeah, the steady, like a glide cam,
glide cam type of deal with a smaller Panasonic as well, and we got some pretty good shots on it. I mean, nothing wrong with those, and I could see how people would like that more, but I'm definitely excited to see how this works and the functionality and it following and me being able to tell it exactly what I want to shoot. I think that's going to be my biggest concern going forward is I want it to turn really quickly and catch up, and it just doesn't quite get there, or my aim isn't quite right.
Yep.
It's just going to definitely take some getting used to, just
practice.
Like a glide
you
cam.
Just need hours. You got to put the hours in.
Yeah, so I feel like even though it's out of the box, ready to go, you can get some great tracking shots. You're definitely going to want to, you know, learn its features and
take it out and shoot it.
Yeah, you got to practice. That's the key. But I'm getting off topic about practicing, so bringing it back. If you got this guy out of the box, ready to go, you can go get different shots that you couldn't get before. You got the foam case. You're not going to beat it up.
For especially like I said earlier, like for anyone that's doing travel videos, this is like
this is it.
This is like this is it. This is good stuff. Just because of how small it is, and it's nice.
Yeah, we like it. We're excited to shoot with it.
And I'm sure you guys will in future videos we'll be shooting more with this, so you guys will see it. If you guys have questions about it, like down in the comments, let us know about. If you guys have questions about it, we're more than happy to answer anything you might throw our way.
Yeah, by the time you guys have seen this video, we'll have some time behind it and using it and some real experience with it. So expect another video about us using it, and
we can go a little bit more in depth
and
too.
Don't like. Yeah. We'll definitely be diving in a little deeper to this Zhiyun and the gimbal world.
Yeah. If you guys, thanks for sticking around, first of all, but if you guys like this video, hit that like button and please subscribe. Like we've said before, we're trying to build a community here. We just want to, we're getting better, and we want to grow and get better together with you guys. So hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep in touch.
Stay creative.
Stay creative.
Almost timed that up.